Yeah, yeah. We just chillin' and vibing. Good conversations with good people. Oh. Good conversations with good people. Yeah.
Yo, 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 this your boy Larry, and I'm chilling and vibing with OBL all the way from Ireland. OBL, how is you doing today?
I am good, mate. How are you doing?
Hey, you know the vibes. Hey, we just chilling and vibing. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Thank you so much, buddy. Thank you so much. Happy St. Paddy's to you as well. All the way across the pond. Throwing it over to you.
Yeah, I appreciate you for coming and chilling vibe. So I gotta ask, how
Mm.
is life in Ireland?
Dude, life in Ireland it's pretty chill. It's a really great little country. Um, it's a bit mad at times, like any country can get, I guess. But no, it's a great wee country full of culture, a lot of natural beauty around here as well. Um, Lots of beautiful nature spots to go and hang out with friends. We've got a pub on every corner. You know, it's good. The weather is it's a bit shite, like, but yeah, all in all, it's a lovely place to live. Lovely people, very welcoming. Um, yeah, man, definitely visit if you ever get the chance. Hit me up and let me know.
Oh, I definitely will hit you up so I can come chill and vibe in Ireland. Man, that sounds
100%.
so amazing.
Yeah,
Especially
man.
St. Patty's Day. Coming on St. Patty's Day, man. So like
Yeah.
how is St. Patty's Day in Ireland?
It's it's a big holiday. It's a big holiday. We have a huge parade all through the city. And that kind of happens in every town that you would, if you visit even little towns and villages, they'll have their own parade happening. And yeah, we're up in the north, so all the way from the north right down to the south of Ireland, there's parades and lots of parties, and people have big family gatherings. There's quite a lot of gift giving actually that happens as well around St. Paddy's Day because it's Easter as well. Well, Easter's coming up. I'm not sure what day actually Easter is this year, but sort of around that whole period. Yeah, it's a super fun time and super family oriented. Obviously, it will in the later hours of St. Paddy's Day. It can get a bit wild, as you can imagine. In Ireland, people love to get on the drink anytime we have an excuse. So yeah, it's a wild time, but incredible. Some of the parade floats that people make are just wonderful, incredible. Oh yeah, it's a good day. Mm.
OBL.
Oh, that's a good one. I haven't answered this in a while actually. It's a bit of a random one. I needed a gamer tag. Like I played a lot of PUBG on my phone back in the day. Um, and yeah, I love Erica Badu. She's like one of my favorite artists of all time. And I love two of her songs specifically. It's Orange Moon and Bag Lady. So I was just like, I'll just smash those together and sort of make a name. And yeah, that's where Orange Bag Lady came from. That's it.
Wow, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, carried it across all my socials. And then I'm trying to think who like abbreviated it. It might have been Kaki, Crypto Kaki. He might have started calling me OBL first, I'm gonna say. But yeah, I like it.
So how did you get into crypto?
So crypto for me, VeVe came first for me, and it was more um the wider sort of NFT space was where I kind of got into the whole world of this madness. Um, so it was through an artist called Beeple, and he had a big, massive art piece was selling at Christie's. I wanted to check it out. I downloaded OpenSea um, to have a look, and VeVe was right beside it on the App Store, so I just clicked it. So I got into VeVe, met a bunch of people on the feed on the VeVe app, and discovered through those people that Omi was connected to this project, and then they coached me all about crypto. I was super interested in just the whole ecosystem and how it was gonna break down and how everything was sort of transitioning from what would you call it, like physical commerce and ways of trading and all of this. This is all new to me, but it was really interesting. And yeah, it was Orion. He's like a super old school VeVe user. Shout out to him, brother, wherever you are, mate. Hope he's well. But it was him that actually coached me through Telegram at the time, how to like purchase, how to get into my what was it? Into my Binance, Bitforex, and how to purchase, how to create a wallet, how to get a MetaMask, how to do all of these things. And from him sort of giving me those tools, I was able to then go on and look at a bunch of other cryptos that I sort of the metaverse token and sort of that landscape of digital worlds was something that interested me from the very beginning. So things like Decentraland and Sandbox were things that I purchased long ago. It would have been about 4 years ago, around the same time that I bought Omi. I think I need to check my crypto list. It's been so long. But Theta was a big one. Chili's was a big one. Like I said, Sand and Mana. Not Axie Infinity or anything like that. That's a real throwback. But yeah, it was all sort of metaverse oriented coins that I really gravitated towards. And Omi obviously being one of them. And yeah, I've still got my little tiny Omi wallet, my little purse. Yeah, keeping her close to my chest.
But yeah, that little purse might be a big purse real soon.
Listen. Stick around. Let's stick around and find out.
What was your first purchase on VeVe collectible?
My first collectible was a Unicorno. I believe it was a Pogo. I believe these like the first series of Unicornos, and this was at the point where they were still on the market. There was Todd's on the market. There was all of the first series of Batman. They were still available to buy from the store. I think there was like Mowgli's available still. But yeah, it was the Unicornos. The price point for me was much more approachable. I think they were $4, $5 at the time. So that was a good entry level sort of point for me. But yeah, I think I got the set apart from Ritbo because he's always been expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they were the first. Really caught my eye, and I was like, "What is this? Why is this so cool? Why do I need to own one?" And yeah, that's kind of where it went from there.
So like the women of VeVe, all the women came together,
Mm,
including you. How was that
mm.
created? Who idea was that?
Well, it was a bit of a collective idea between, I would say, myself and Claire. Claire from Wales, shout out. What a legend. Level 100 as well. She's absolutely killed it over this period of time. But yeah, so when I was sort of starting to create content or thinking about it, I was having a lot of conversations with Claire. And she was so supportive, so motivating. Around that time that I'd sort of hopped onto spaces, yeah, we got this, you get the sense there's a lot of men in this community, a lot of brothers. And back then it was far more so. And Claire and I had I think it was David or Dan or somebody had put out an announcement that the statistics on women in VeVe was like 45% versus what, 55 or whatever it is. And we were like, there's no way, there's no chance that there's that many women in here because we don't see them unless they're on like Facebook or a different social media platform. But we couldn't see anybody. And we were on Twitter a lot back then. So I'd put together a Twitter group, and I just was sifting through like the VeVe Twitter and all of Twitter really, and looking for people who had the red circle. Obviously, specifically honing out the women because I didn't know any of these women at the time, but I just sort of followed them and wanted to collect everybody and place us all in one spot so we could all connect and network and get to know each other. And yeah, it was such an incredible initiative. I think it really it set the foundation for a lot of women that have stepped into this space, which is just incredible. That was the whole point, for us to get strength in the numbers, and then that kind of give women confidence to step out of their comfort zone with some of the women that are in the group or on their own. So yeah, it's incredible. I think I'm gonna post a couple of pictures of all the women that are in there because there's some real OGs that are still about, still making content, and some that aren't so much like aren't as vocal in the community, but you know they're still part of the group. We still have it up running, and then from that group, a couple of us decided to take it onto YouTube and created a channel. And some of the women really took that by the horns and set up some incredible interviews and chats with the team. Yeah, and we haven't been so active on the YouTube, but that could be coming back. But I know on the Discord, there's a whole individual section for the Women X VeVe team, and yeah, it's just an inviting space for women that are new in the space to come in and feel comfortable, and for them to kind of find their feet, and then they can step out into the rest of the community. Yeah, it's huge, and I think for the VeVe-verse as well, I think that group is going to be so important because it's such a new landscape, you know, for a lot of
Mhm.
a lot of us in general. But um, yeah, there's a big group of us women who maybe wouldn't game as much or wouldn't sort of step into that environment, that ecosystem of gaming and computing and all this sort of thing. So to have a little collective of us that we can hold each other's hands and kind of walk through it together and learn together. Yeah, it's an incredible group, and we're so lucky to have formed that.
The VeVe is now here. Long awaited. It's here now.
Boop, boop, boop. It's freaking here, dude. It's freaking here. Oh my god. It's here.
So we
Mhm.
we can do St. Patty's Day in the VeVe now.
Oh, that's such a good show. Oh my gosh, I'll have to make a world. I'll have to make it just all green. All green.
How do you feel about, the VeVe now? Have you been in, and what have you built so far?
So I haven't been in. I don't have well, I do have a laptop. I'm kind of working on it to see if I can get it up to scratch with the capabilities you need to get in to build and whatnot. But I have been a fly on the wall. I've been in the beta group for some time now and have been able to be a fly on the wall and check out what all of our brothers and sisters have been making in that time. Excuse me. Yeah, it's been incredible to watch unfold and to see like the very minimal tools that people are given and the scale and the grandioseness of what people are making already. Yeah, it's insane. I know we were talking about Josh and from Collectors Gone Digital, such a great example. You know, doing the live streams, I'm gonna champion him because that is what we need, like building live streams, to help, you know, help each other out, to teach each other skills and how to get into this sort of thing. So yeah, shout out to Josh. And of course the vault builders, Tails, Falcon, True Tech, I'm gonna say Cold Chillin, Get Richie. There's so many. I'm gonna miss people. Ryan Romatech, these are all older names, but yeah, so many folks. And what's her name? What's her name? Is it Priya? It was this. It was a woman that had put, I can't remember her name again. It's with P, and she did the cathedral. I don't know if you saw it. It was bloody incredible. And I'd shared her tweet and was like, dude, we have had a silent mega builder in the community who's also a woman, which is just like brownie points. Her work was absolutely unreal. So yeah, we're starting to see people that maybe weren't able to use the app in the same way that they can use their PC or their Mac to make proper universes. It's exciting. What the
It
team,
is,
right? Right? What do you think? What are your thoughts?
man. It's some of the stuff I done seen so far. I'm like, how in the world did you build that? And like, it didn't been out for probably like a few days now.
Mm-hmm.
It haven't been out long, like, and y'all doing
Mm-mm.
this already in a short period of time. Like, it's amazing.
Dude,
It's
that's a
amazing.
great point. The quality that we've seen, it's only been out it hasn't even been out a week. I don't think. It was a couple of weeks there. But yeah, like in this short time, we have seen some unbelievable work, and to yeah, it's just exciting. Like it could, and this is as big and as vast as your imagination can take you. Do you know what I mean? There's no
Land
mm,
TV. Out of
mm.
those, people, I haven't. I mean, I've seen some of them, but which one you feel has the most better quality?
Well, I've again haven't been in to Decentraland. I think I got in. You know what? That's a lie. I think I got in sort of 2021, very briefly, because my laptop at the time couldn't handle it. It was a very big program and too much sort of for it to handle. Um, but yeah, I went in. I remember it being like a sort of like a village vibe with a couple of big buildings. And you could walk around. I remember it being very empty. I know it was like a universal sort of hub where people would load into, but even then it was very dead. There wasn't a lot of people there. But Sandbox now, that's a different story. They have taken off with like their collaborations with celebrities and brands, and they've built like purpose-built worlds for gigs, and um they've really leaned into like the gaming side, like building platformer games, and they're also leaning into the community building side as well. Shout out Panda Pops. She's an incredible creator who um does live streams I think it's every Monday, and sort of shows people how to create assets using the like the blocks that Sandbox is kind of made of, and like you can build
Hmm.
in the same sort of way that VeVe's doing, but it's with voxels, so it's like kind of like a Minecrafty sort of vibe. Um, so yeah, shout out to her. So I think they all have different use cases, but I know we're a bit biased, but VeVe's approach um, to creating it's like an engine, like a gaming engine that you can
Hmm.
create assets, and you can create buildings, and you know, like I said, anything your imagination can come up with. And it can be as simple as you want or as detailed as you want. It kind of lets you decide what sort of route you want to go down. I think I think VeVe, and this is what's always drawn me to them. Um, their links with the IPs, obviously, that they create with studios. So those assets are so well made, so crispy, so professional. Almost like you're taking a 3D render scan of a real life collectible and just uploaded it to the internet or the VeVeverse, and it's now living in that environment. But yeah, to have that as well as the ability for people to create whatever their imagination can fathom is a really good combination. And I think some really crazy things can be made out of this combination. And then you have this incredible little community to wrap it up and just to hold it all together. Yeah, it's a bit of a magic mix. And I think as well that something that is quite unusual for our community, that we have kind of built our community first, and then we're gonna all transition into this 3D digital universe. Whereas I'm thinking gamers on Fortnite, Call of Duty, even people that go to Comic-Con and things like that, they have the event first and then they create the community around that. Or
Mm-hmm.
you're in a gaming lobby and you meet people and you game with them and then you connect and then you might meet up in real life. Whereas we have done all of it the other way around. We've created our really tight community first, and then we're all gonna take a step into this new sort of world of connecting and and into a new social space. So yeah, I think it's a pretty wild combination, and I think if it goes in the direction that we're all expecting, it'll be pretty mad, big, I think.
Do you think VeVe gonna have their own world where you can come in and do the drop live in the VeVeverse? That would be dope.
That would be sick. Like a New Year's Eve countdown clock situation, but for
Yeah,
drops. And we're all
yeah,
in the city center. We're all
yep.
standing around. Um, Honestly, I think VeVe would be nuts to not do something like that. I think they need like a universal hub for
Mm-hmm.
everybody to connect. Um, I know that there's a cap right now on how many people can get into each world at a time. So that would be something that they'd have to tackle. But yeah, I think that's so important. Um, I love the game VR chat on MetaQuest. You can play it on desktop as well. But they have um something similar. Like they have worlds that are open and public that anybody can just jump into and hang out. You don't know who's going to be in there, so it is a bit crazy. But yeah, just somewhere that people can, instead of me having to invite you to my personal space, we can go to
Mm-hmm.
somewhere that's a social space, a public space, that you would get the chance to meet people that aren't on your friends list. And yeah, you can get to meet people from all around the world. Um, yeah, in these social spaces. I think VeVe has incredible teams, incredible dev teams, incredible people that make these collectibles and make these digital assets. So if you can imagine the detail on the collectibles, but transfer that to a world, that would be insane, insane if they did something like that.
So what's your favorite collectible on VeVe?
My favorite collectible on VeVe, I always come back to the same one. It's an old one. I'm a big fan of the independent artists on the app. I think what VeVe has done for them, and obviously the big IPs are important as well. But for me personally, I think supporting independent artists and giving them global exposure in this new sort of way of sharing their art and connecting with people around the world, I think it's awesome. That VeVe has continued to do that. But my favorite artists, there's the two of them, I believe, husband and wife duo. It's Cozy and Dan. They're quite, I've got to say, 2021 decon, I think. And they have beautiful pieces. They look very Japanese inspired. And it's the Uprising. It's called. It's the picture of the Hokusai wave has all the bunnies instead of uh all the sea foam. Yeah,
Yeah, I
that
know
one.
which one you're talking about.
I love that. I just love the original as well. Um, it's such a classic piece, and I think they've done their own interpretation so beautifully. It's so subtle, still has the same feel as the original. Um, but yeah, they've put their own twist on it. I think it's stunning. Yeah, it's my favorite.
Yeah, I had to look in it close because I thought it was a wave. I just thought it was a wave. Waves, but I didn't know. I
Yeah,
had looked deep inside. I said, "Oh, them bunnies, that's dope."
yeah, yeah. That's good. Like it's cool. It's kind of like a trick of the eye. If you look at it from far away, you can't see the bunnies at all. If you look nice and close up, you can see all their little faces, and they're all in like different poses and everything. Yeah, it's class.
I saw one of your posters. You had posted Arizona tea. So why they got the Arizona teas at $2.09, but they got 99 cents on the can? We got to talk about
Bro,
that over here.
bro, you tell me. You tell me, please. I actually tagged. I've done it twice today. I put up that picture, and then I tagged Arizona iced tea. I was like, "Excuse me, you guys are always saying, it stays at the same price regardless of what's going on," which I love. I respect that so much as a company. I think that's so cool. But they didn't get back to me. But I think it's import tax and all that sort of crap. It's gotta be.
The store, though, it's the store. They're trying to get that come up. They getting the extra money. They probably selling
Really?
it to them for 99 cents, but they selling it for 2.09.
And it's £2, £2.99. So I think that's even more. I'd have to do the conversion actually to see what that is in dollars, because it's steep. But I will say, Arizona iced tea is phenomenal, phenomenal. The green tea and honey one is probably my favorite. But yeah, delicious. Thank you so much, America. I love these. Do you like them?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I do. I do.
Mm?
I ain't drinking them in a long time, but yeah, I drink tea all the time, like hot tea, especially when it's cold.
Oh
I drink hot
yes.
tea to try
Oh,
to keep my body warm.
that's
Cause
it.
I had to cut back on the coffee. I used to drink coffee a lot, but then I
Yeah.
say, you know what, I'm gonna cut back and drink tea now.
Listen, if you cut me open, I think tea would flow out of my veins as well. Because we drink tea like 4 or 5 cups a day, black tea with milk. It's a very Irish thing as well. Very Irish. As soon as you come in
I never heard of
anybody's
that.
door, yeah, as soon as you come in anybody's house, or you're in work or anything, it's the first thing people will say. Cup of tea? Cup of tea? Who's having a cup? Who's making it? Yeah, it's a very traditional Irish thing.
What advice would you give to a woman that was interested in getting into VV or crypto?
Okay, so if I have a sister who's wanting to step into this world, I would first again, I'm biased. I would say come to spaces. I would say come in, listen to spaces for a bit. I think it's a really good way to kind of feel out the community. And shout out to all our spaces hosts. They've just been incredible over the years. Gained so much knowledge and so much experience, and still so supportive of our wee community. So shout out to all of you. But yeah, I would definitely say hit up the socials. Spaces, Twitter, Discord. I would say the Discord, the Women X VeVe Discord specifically. Tap in there. We have so many women that are into crypto as well, so they can give you any tips and tricks. I think it's a Cupcakes channel specifically. And yeah, I think for the verse as well, for the VeVe verse, I think going in, like in groups, if it's something that is a bit intimidating and it's a bit, like it is intimidating, because it can be it is very advanced in some ways, for like a game, for a building game. So I think maybe going in and like a group of people, just hanging out in there, not doing too much, not getting too crazy, just getting in and sort of baby steps into the whole idea. Even, it's a new concept for a lot of us. Just getting into a digital social space and kind of feeling it out. I think that's where I would start. And then on the same with the crypto side. There's a lot of crypto heads in the community, more so men, but there are some women that I would definitely approach. And just ask questions. There's no such thing as a stupid question or a silly question. I've said this since day one. And anytime I wanted to learn anything, like when I was learning about my crypto biz, I would always say, explain it to me like I'm 5 years old. Like, give it to me in as simple layman's terms as possible. So I think that's always a good way to start, because it can get very technical, it can get very jargony. So just be open and just be like, yo, this needs to, and this is I'm a slow learner, which this is me, I'm talking about slow learner, a visual learner. And yes, everything needs to be broken down into like as small as steps as possible. All this like big wordy language, no, not good for me personally. But yeah, I think just ask questions and ask for support, for the people from the people in this community, because I think they're a really good tool to learn for sure.
Well, OBL, I appreciate you for coming to chill and vibe. But before we go on St. Patty's Day, let everybody know
Yeah,
what we doing.
dude. Well, thank you so much for having me, and we have been chilling and vibing. This has been amazing. Thank you so much, buddy.
Thank you again. Happy St. Patty's Day.
Happy St. Patty's Day to you, dude. Cheers.
Have a good one.
You too.